Shadowcoast here, and welcome to our first episode focused on monster hunting. We're going to take out Nadaig Vedemen and also review the loot that you can get. So you can find Nadaig Vedemen, the first monster to take on, uh, over by the Smoldering River Camp. So the Smoldering River Camp is in Magadsvar, the Vale of the Great Battle. I do recommend you complete the peculiar alliance and side with the natives. They will give you this sweet piece of gear which you can find in your chest once you get to the nice reputation level. And you can see here it gives you poison resistance plus 16. I recommend upgrading it as much as possible. We added vigor to this one and added some armor also. I also recommend that you swap out your gear to give you anything that gives you poison resistance. So here we have the priest boots, which gives us plus poison resistance. So I would recommend you equip that. That's about all that we have right now. We can take a quick look because it looks like we can use the workbench to upgrade the priest boots. So let's take a quick look to see what we can do here. Is there anything that's going to give us plus resistance? This is mostly armor, which is helpful, but we don't quite need it. We really want poison resistance. Now, to take on this boss, run down and around. So you can see here, we're running down and around here, and the boss is down over in this area. So we want to defeat the boss because we get a lot of experience, and you can see him out there. Now, before we jump into battle, a few items. So a few quick things to cover. So make sure that your poison resistance is up, which is super important. And then also make sure that you have enough ammo and health potions. I recommend having at least 10 health potions. Ammo, if you're just using firearms, it's going to take between 40 to 60 shots. If you have spells and stuff, make sure you have those equipped. I also recommend that you have a weapon that can take down armor. So we're actually going to equip our Ancient Cavalry Saber here, and then switch to our Alchemist Rapier once we take out his armor. And finally, before you go in there, in the top right, you can see you have skill points. Make sure you're spending your skill points. We're going to put one that allows us to instantly setting a traps on the ground while dodging. And then the rest of it, we're going to level up our firearms because I want to get to roll, and I also want to get to anointed weapons at some point. And then along those lines, you have attributes. Make sure you level up your attributes. I am going to go with accuracy to do plus 10 damage with firearms because I like firearms. So you can see this guy looks super interesting. He's kind of like a bog monster. So set your elemental traps. Now the key here is he has a lunging attack, which you want to be aware of. And then he also has this poison cloud stuff. So keep your distance if you can. And make sure you stay out of the poison. So you can see here we've already taken down his armor. And he does that swing around thing. We're going to switch to our Alchemist Rapier. And use our Fury to really bring him down. Make sure we dodge. So you can see on those, he does a fair amount of damage. We do have plus 1 vigor from what we've done here. Now you can use stasis if you need to reposition or if you get caught inside his poison cloud here. Feel free to stasis him so you can just reposition, because you can see now that my health bar is coming down because the poison did hit me. And I have a fair amount of poison resistance. You can see he's kind of laying out a larger cloud that's kind of chasing me, which we're trying to avoid. Now we do have a magic trap over here, which is underwater. So we're going to try to get his attention. See if we can run him into this trap or not. He does have a fair amount of health. We are poisoned, so let's take a step back. You don't want to sit in that cloud. Kurt and Sierra are doing a phenomenal job. So let's see if he's going to lunge at us. I think Sierra might be down. So we got to stagger him. And then we're going to use some Fury really quickly in succession before stopping back because we ran out of Fury. Gonna keep our distance. I think Siora is down. I don't see her. That's okay. Kurt's doing a great job staggering him. Let's actually parry back before we make a move. So this boss might seem difficult, but if you keep your distance, make sure you stay out of the poison. Watch out when he does that thingy, which is super annoying. This is where roll is super nice. You can just kind of roll away quicker because that cloud does follow you. We're going to step back here because he does have kind of an elongated reach lunge. And we're going to roll in and you finish him off with a Fury attack. Alright, so when we loot him, we get 3 obsidian. Make sure you grab that. It's great for crafting. And then when we loot this corpse, we have part of a set. Major's Collar Doublet, which is pretty awesome. Major's Gauntlets. And then a Coin Guard Soldier's Key. So we're going to figure out where to use it. Don't worry. But it's in a chest somewhere. So real quick, depending on your playstyle, I like keeping my teammates fully geared up. Kurt doesn't have enough endurance yet, it looks like. So he can't equip it. Let's see if he can equip he can't equip the gloves. So this one requires endurance 2. So we can see if we can upgrade it. Now the key to get the rest of the set is actually over here in the east. So we will run over there and show you where to go. So you run back up here. And we want to run in and around the camp. There we go. We can set a marker, which is helpful. Just making sure we're on track over there. So the boss is not that hard, just make sure you have poison resistance and enough mana potions to really get you through. So we're going to sneak up on and stealth attack, so that was a pretty easy kill. And there is another camp area here, so I think this will give us 3 out of 5. Yes. So make sure you grab that. This is the Camp of Stone Arch, and I think we actually have to go up and around this path, if I'm not mistaken. And there is this other beast. We just kind of ran around stealthily. Sneaking up on him during the day is probably the best idea. So we will loot them all. Don't forget the crude iron ore. You want to collect all this stuff because you want to upgrade a lot of your gear and add different attributes and other stuff to them. Alright, I'm pretty sure it's up here. Going from memory, guys, it's been a little bit. This is my second character, specifically focused on showing different quests. Sounded like there was like the combat music. Yeah, we're almost there. Oh. Alright, that's why there was combat music, because there was combat to be had. Let's take these guys out. So we are going to set a trap and my other character is a more magic user, which is a little more ranged. I have to say, having the closer combat with the technical feel feels really nice, actually. It's a nice kind of combination of getting in there in the fray and then stepping out to take a shot. So shoot, I was hoping to avoid these guys. These guys are armored. So we're going to switch to our cavalry sword. Dodge left. Dodge left again. Just make sure you don't stay behind him. Oh, he got me. Oof. Ah. These guys are a little annoying, but as long as you stay to their side, you should be fine. Ooh, Ciara does not do well against these guys. So, it's much more involved than I thought it would be. So, I think we want to run up this way, if memory serves. The place I marked might not be the exact spot. Yeah, so what we're gonna do here is throw on our doublet, because I think this is a coin guard output post camp. And we're going to, man. Alright, let's focus one at a time. What are you doing, Ciara? Stop attacking that guy. Attack. And Ciara just really wants to... These guys are very heavily armored, so make sure you have some armor busting things. Use Fury. So I switched over to my rapier with elemental damage because we took out the armor. Alright. Did put the coin guard uniform on. So we had to fight those guys. What am I doing wrong here? Oh. We did have to go back down around the other way. There isn't a shortcut here. I'm sorry guys, this is taking way longer than I expected, but I did want to show you how to get there. So you have to circle down this way, which we will do. Now normally in the top right you're going to see that I normally like to assign skill points and talent points at once, but on this character I tend to wait and kind of evaluate a little more and like to think through it. So we are coming down this way. And here there's a loot chest. A little more obsidian. Obsidian's really good to farm up because it lets you build a bunch of different things. Alright, so we're gonna hang it to the left. What are you guys? Ah, man. You guys just love getting into trouble. So I'd imagine that you'd be like one with nature, more so than others. So we're gonna make short work of these guys. I'm gonna keep this guy kind of stasis isolated. And what I'm doing is I'm focusing on these littler guys just to finish them off really quickly. And then I'm gonna switch to my keep this guy stasis. Switch to firearms. And then you can see I switch back to the rapier after we take out the armor. These guys have so little armor that it doesn't really matter what you do. So clearly this pack of, I think, Olgs killed this merchant person. So we did find the short steel halberd. One-handed heavy weapon, but you need strength too. It's pretty sweet. And it looks like this was a slaughter. So this should be 4 out of 5. And this is the Alliance outpost. So you're gonna go up here. So lockpicking 3 or use key. So if we use key, this is where we use the coin guard key. And we finish off the set. So you have Major's armored boots, Officer's bar boot, and a Great Honor dual flame bridge, which is pretty awesome. Long blades agility 3 required. So we just got some really awesome gear. You know, if we look at Kurt, who's kind of our tank here, he's gonna need better endurance before he can. So now he can equip it. I think it's because we had to level up, so as we level up, he levels up. So we're going to equip that on him, and then we're going to see if the helmet endurance 3 he does not have yet. For boots, we're going to equip those, and we're going to want to upgrade a bunch of stuff. So this requires agility 3. Let's take a look at a few items. Sorry. Trying to descend the ladder. Kind of a weird animation there. Now, obviously, you can wear the awesome gear set too, but Kurt kind of runs in there and takes most of the damage for us. So in camp, we're gonna gather the companions and compose the team. So let's take a look at Kurt. So he has endurance 2, agility 1, but one nice thing we can do here is at the crafting table, if we look at the different gear, here we can do a couple things. So one, we can, we don't want lockpicking, science, vigor, so we can give him vigor, but if we go down here, I'm wondering if we can give him endurance after a certain point. Does not look like it. Looks like it's only vigor. So, I was hoping we could give him endurance or agility, but that's not how it works. But we'll have to upgrade him. I just wanted to explore that. So hopefully you found this helpful. This is episode 1 of Monster Hunting. Nadaig Vedemen gives us a pretty awesome set. I'm equipping it on Kurt, but let me know how you're going to use the set in the comments. Please drop me a like or thumbs up, and please subscribe. Appreciate the support, and we'll catch you in the next episode.